all back and do so by welcoming in our next guest. She is an outstanding golfer for the BYU women's golf team. Allysha Mae Mateo joins us on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline via Zoom. Allysha, welcome to BYU Sports Nation, making your debut today.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
And all it took was for you to win the Utah Women's Stroke Play Championship. How about that? It was simple, right?
Yeah, I guess.
As you come off that victory, and for those that aren't aware, I mean, you're doing this all while trying to stay ready for the season that you're not really sure what's going to happen. But so talk to me about about the summer as you prepared for a season which we're not really sure how is going to unfold.
Yeah, this summer was definitely unlike any other. Usually other summers I'm gone for weeks at a time on the mainland because I live in Hawaii, playing tournaments, and this summer was definitely not the same. I even had one whole month where I no golf courses were open, so couldn't practice at home, but was able to get into the North-South Am and the U.S. Women's Amateur. And then so I went up in the beginning of July, played in North Carolina at the North-South Am, was able to make the cut there, and then was able to come back to Utah for about 2 weeks, prep some more, and go out and play the Am. So that was really fun, but couldn't really play well there, couldn't make many putts, but was able to come back to Utah and play in the stroke play and pull out some good golf. So that was nice, but definitely a summer unlike any other. Still practicing, just like we're waiting for the championship to happen, so still working hard, but definitely a weird summer.
Absolutely. But it's always good to win, and you won in dramatic fashion.
Yeah.
So you end up tying Tess Blair of Sac State. You end up going to a third playoff hole where you win. Walk us through sort of the nerves and the drama of trying to compete and win in a playoff.
Well, honestly, I was kind of angry at myself to be in the playoff to begin with. Really shouldn't have put myself in that position, but I knew it would hurt even more if I didn't win. So even on that first shot, I was so pumped. I bombed my drive. I don't know how I did it. The adrenaline was pumping. It was a par 5, hit my drive. I only had 160 in. And then I was like, okay, the adrenaline's still going. Might as well hit a 7-iron. It won't pass the green. I flew the green, and then nearly chipped in for eagle. So that kind of got my juices going a little more. And then next hole, we both almost make our long birdie putts coming downhill. We were above the pin. And then the next hole after that, we hit our drives to the same place again. And then she kind of left herself kind of a long putt. I left myself a better putt, still a little long, but when she hit her putt, she still had a little meat on that bone, she still had a putt for par. And I saw my line, and I just focused on my speed, and I kind of knew that I was going to make it. So just hit the putt, and it went in, so that was nice.
Yeah, it's nice to know when you step over a putt that you're going to make it. I'm still waiting for that feeling.
Yeah, we're waiting for that.
Yeah. Now, of interest, you had a couple of BYU women's golf teammates there playing in that tournament with you, Naomi Soifua and Kirsten Fotu, who also finished in the top 4 respectively. Were they there with you, watching you in this playoff, or how did that all play out?
So Omi actually had to leave. She had somewhere to go. But
come on.
Kiki, no, it's totally fine. Kirsten, we call her Kiki on the team. I actually rode with her to the tournament, so she kind of had no other choice but to follow me. So she was in the cart with me. And on that first hole, when I had that chip, I left when I was long on my second shot. She said, all you have to do is chip it in. And then I'm like, yeah, I like doing that. So then almost chipping it in. And she was like, oh, you were so close. But yeah, she was there the whole time taking videos for Coach since she couldn't be there, and kind of giving Coach live updates. But it was nice to have her there. Yeah, it was a good support group.
She's like, finally, let's go. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you think the next season will be like, because typically you guys play in September. It is golf. So, there's a certain level of social distancing that already exists. We've seen the PGA Tour come back and whatnot. Have you been told whether the season is going to be delayed or not? Because the WCC delayed the fall sports, but you guys aren't a fall sport. You cross over into the spring as well.
Yeah. So from our last update from Coach, she said we still have one tournament on the schedule, which is nice. We originally had 4 really great tournaments, but unfortunately other conferences chose to delay their golf teams also. But yeah, we still have one tournament to look forward to. Coach is still looking if we're able to play any more. Yeah, maybe individual tournaments, hopefully. But we're still looking forward to spring championship season. So that's kind of what we're working towards. We're just ready for anything,
Allysha Mae Mateo, the junior to be for BYU Women's Golf out of Honolulu, is with us on BYU Sports Nation. Allysha, what are your ambitions personally and as a team as you move forward this season?
Well, personally, just to win more tournaments, last season I had the goal before my sophomore year. I told Coach I wanted to win an individual tournament. And that happened in my second tournament of sophomore year. So that was awesome. But I just want to win more, prove to myself that I can keep winning, and I'm still competing, And of course, with the team, we want to win some more. We want to win conference. We want to make it to nationals, So we're kind of reaching as far as we can and doing what we can to get there.
If I asked you your world amateur golf ranking, or WAGR, would you know what it is?
I think it's like 2 something right now.
247.
Not very
That's
good.
right.
Oh, okay.
What's the goal in terms of is that a thing you check or no? How do you gauge success?
Honestly, for us, we're not able to compete at many high ranking tournaments. So it's kind of hard for me to move up the WAGR leaderboard, but my highest was 164 at one point. And, so honestly, I don't really look at that. I just try to win every tournament, and then wherever I end up. But, WAGR did help me in qualifying for the USAM. So that was nice.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't really look at that. It's kind of meh. Yeah.
I don't either. So it's cool.
It's the WAGR swagger, right?
The WAGR swagger. Yeah. You'll get that later. Yeah.
Hey, Allysha, we'll finish with this. Who is your golf idol or hero that you try and pattern your game after?
It's a good question.
Besides Carrie.
I don't really try to I honestly was going to say Coach, but I don't really try to copy anyone's game, or just try to play my own game, but kind of see what works for other people and maybe see if it works for me also. But yeah, just try to play my own game, not really looking to copy anyone,
All right, fair enough. Hey, congratulations again on your victory.
Thank you.
It's great to have you on BYU Sports Nation. We'll talk to you again soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You got it. Allysha Mae Mateo on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, you know why, we show how.